Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Family Yoga here at Just Breathe Yoga Studio. Gabby here tonight with a special guest, Brody. Yay! So Brody, what are we going to do tonight?
The Battle of the Knights and the Gladiators.
Battle of the Knights and the Gladiators. That sounds fun. What do we have to do before we get into the battle mode?
Training camp.
Okay, let's get ready for our training camp. Everybody can do this training camp in the battle that will follow. We're going to start standing up nice and tall on our feet, tucking our tailbone under, bringing our shoulders all the way up by our ears, and then bringing them down our back. I'm going to stand up nice and tall first, and we'll do some sun breaths, bringing our hands right up into the heart center. We're going to inhale, arms up, all the way overhead, back bend if we can. Exhaling, hinging right from our hips, hands coming all the way down to the floor. And then following our breath, inhaling, rising right up. As we breathe out, folding forward. And just keep moving with our breath. Inhaling it up, exhaling down. Oh, sorry. We'll do one more full breath. And inhale, arms all the way up. As we exhale, we're going to bring our hands right down to the floor. And if your hands don't reach the floor, you're going to have your hands on a block. Then we're going to come into a ragdoll, grabbing a hold of our elbows, allowing our head just to rest as we rock side to side, feeling the stretch in the backs of our legs. Letting our body come back to the center, bringing the hands back down onto our mat or onto our block. We're going to come up to a half forward fold, hands coming all the way to the shins or to the knees. A nice flat spine and looking about 45 degrees out in front of us. It does feel good, Brody. And then from here, we're walking our hands up our legs the rest of the way, coming all the way up to stand nice and tall. And I'm going to step forward a step. So we can do, actually, you should step forward, I'll step back. For our next stretch, we're going to do some side stretching. Feet hips width apart. Inhaling, arms right up overhead. Grabbing one wrist with the other hand. The wrist that's grabbing is going to pull the other arm up and over. Switch hands. Switch hands. Feet stay flat, feeling the stretch on the muscles on the side of our body. Don't push too hard if it hurts. And then coming back to center, we're going to switch hands. And we'll let the arm pull it up and over. Just gently stretching through those side ribs. And then inhaling back to center. Bringing our arms down either side of us. We're going to do some gentle twisting, keeping our hips right straight forward. Our hands are just going to guide our shoulders to twist side to side. Warming up our back. Oof. High five. High fiving on the way by. We'll do one more high five, and then back to center. We can make what?
We can make bloopers perfect.
We can make bloopers perfect. All right. From here, we're going to hop our feet nice and wide. Making sure we got a good foundation. The feet are gripping the mat really good here. All right. We're going to take our hands right to our hips. We're going to inhale, breathe in, heart coming all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinging right from those hips. Hands right down on the mat. Nice wide legs, straightening our legs as much as we can, using our block if we need. Don't make them too wide there, mister.
That's good.
That's good. Sliding our block towards our left foot, keeping our knees nice and straight. Getting the stretch down the backs of our legs. And then sliding the block all the way towards our right foot. Sliding the hands back to center. From here, we're going to do our wide leg down dog. Your leg goes right in my way. So I'm going to hop my hands over your leg and walk them forward. Releasing the top of our head down towards the mat as our bottom's all the way up in the air. Wide, wide legs. Wide legs. Walk them wider. Walk them wider. Bringing the head back in line with the spine. We're going to walk the hands back in. Back under our shoulders. And then walking our feet. Uh-oh. You gotta scooch forward a little. Walking our feet together. Lowering our bottom down. We're going to come into the squat. The garland pose. And if you fall, it's okay. We're just going to get back up and get back in the squat. Your hands can stay right down or up. And you can use your block to sit on. It does help. And then our hand's going to come to the mat. Allow our butt to sit right down on the mat. We'll bring our feet together. Right at center. This sometimes is butterfly pose or bound angle. Warm up our hips by fluttering our wings. Nice and gentle if our hips are sore. And then we're going to slide our feet out in front of us a little. And round right over, folding over. Becoming our butterfly in the cocoon. And then we're going to open our chest right up. Arms coming right up and out. Then we're going to straighten the leg right up in front of us. Coming into staff pose. I can't touch my toes. I'm not going to make you touch your toes. And if you can touch your toes, you're welcome to touch your toes. But we are not going to touch our toes. We're going to bring our arms right up overhead. And then we're going to reach, reach, reach. But the hands are just going to come down wherever they fit on the legs. Just get a little stretch on the backs of the legs. And sliding the hands back up the legs. As we come to sit up tall again. Taking our right leg, bringing the right knee into the chest. Giving it a squeeze. Flexing that other foot that's extended out as we come into sage pose. We're going to do twists here. We're going to take our opposite hand and hug the leg. This hand stays hugging. This arm is going to reach all the way up and back, twisting through our torso. Breathe in a little. Breathe in a little. There you go. Don't have to push too hard. And then coming back to center. Untwisting. Taking the knee, bringing it down on the inside, making a 4 with our legs.
Fancy.
A fancy 4, yes. Inhaling the arms right up overhead. And then reaching for that foot again. And holding the leg wherever we reach. If you can reach and grab the foot, that's great. If not, we're just going to hold on our leg. And then sliding the hands back up. Extending the foot back out. And then we're going to do the other side now.
No.
Taking the other knee. Bringing it into the chest. Giving it a hug. Holding it. So this hand hugs the knee. Other hand open right up over top. Twisting through the torso. Exhale, we breathe out, we're going to come back to center. Bringing the foot down, the knee down. Making our fancy 4 with our legs again. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, folding forward and grabbing the leg wherever we can. Or the foot if you can. And then sliding the hands back up the leg. We're going to bring the feet in and turn on our mats into a table pose. Tabletop pose, nice and square. Plank is a yoga pose. We'll get there. So in our tabletop, we have a flat back. Our wrists are straight down from our shoulders. Nice and tall. Bring them back a little. And our knees are right underneath our hips. Spread them out just a little. We got a nice, strong table. If somebody were to sit on our back like a table, we would be strong.
I will demonstrate.
No, we won't need to demonstrate. We're going to warm up our back for the planks that Brody was just talking about. Taking our right leg, the leg closest to the camera, we're going to reach it out. Just one. Reach it straight out from the hip, flexing the foot, pointing the toes down, and then bringing that down. We'll do the other leg. Reaching, extending, flexing the foot, engaging those belly muscles, pulling that belly button right up towards the spine. No, hold those hands down. and then bringing the leg down. Now this time we're going to do tricky. We're going to take one leg and the other hand. So mine is going to be the camera leg and the far wall hand. We're going to take it and we're going to reach and extend with the hand and the leg, looking right down at our mat for good balance, and then bringing them back down. Now we're going to do the other side. Hand and leg, keep the foot, bring the foot down, give yourself a good balance. And then back down. We'll do one more time on each side.
It's like reaching with the person off.
Right leg, left hand, inhale, reaching and stretching opposite sides. Opposite sides, not the same side. It's easier with opposite sides. There you go. Back to center. The other side one more time. Bring them back to center. Come back to your table. And then do the other side. Reaching, stretching. Oh, you're using your block. And back to center. And then to warm up our shoulders, let's do puppy dog. Walking the hands forward. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You gotta have your legs, hips over knees. Walking hands forward. And then releasing our chest to the mat. Not laying totally flat, mister. We're reaching and extending, kind of like dogs do when they get up and they stretch and they stretch their paws out really far. They do down dog in a minute. This is our warm up for down dog. And then we'll walk the hands in. And then we got to do a cat and a cow first to warm up for our down dog. We're going to inhale, look all the way up, belly comes down like a big cow. Exhaling, rounding like a howling cat. Do you want to tuck your shirt in?
Yeah.
And then curling our toes under, comes all the way up into the ears, we come into down dog.
So this put your butt in it.
And then we have to walk our dog, pedaling one foot down, then the other. Or you could be like Brody and run your dog. I'm just going to walk my dog, because running my dog is way too much work. Tuck in. Tuck in. And then we can come back down to our knees. Hands and knees, back to our table. And we'll do another cow. Move up for cow. And meow up for cat. And then back all the way up into our dog. Woof, woof. And then now we're going to bring our butt down. All the way in line with our spine for our high plank. Or, if you would like, you can bring the knees down, uncurling the toes for a low plank. Either way, if you're in a plank, the butt is right in line with the spine. The belly button's tucked nice and tight in. And then we're going to lower first our knees, and then our chest, and scoop down all the way flat on the mat. Head resting on the mat. Hands are going to slide right back by our ribs, and then we're going to press up into our upward facing dog. This is for the dogs that are really lazy and they're just dragging their feet along the mat. Don't drag, just stay. Then we're going to press all the way back into child's pose. Or we can be a rock. We can tuck our hands all the way back by our feet and become a rock. Right on the ground. And then from our rock, our hands are going to come right by our knees. We're going to press our torso, our chest right up. So he comes to sit back on our knees. It's okay for a minute. It's okay for a minute. It is bad for our legs if we sit here for a long time, but we're not. We're going to come and we're going to stand on our knees. And then, okay, so we're going to do gait, but we can't do gait facing this way. We have to turn because there's two of us right next to each other. So, from our knees, you're going to start with the leg on this side. We're going to straighten it right out to the side because there's where you got room. And we're going to balance on the one leg. And we'll bring our arms right up, out to the sides. We'll start by opening up our gait, reaching over our leg. God bless you. Reaching the right hand down on the right leg and the left hand up and over. And touch right to the leg. You don't need to bend all the way down to the foot. Just right there. And then we're going to close our gait, windmilling the arms all the way up and around. The hand comes right down to the mat, and we reach. Slide it in. There you go. Reach this hand all the way up and over. Feel that stretch all the way down the side of our body. You got it. And then windmill the arms all the way back up. And we're going to switch sides. We need to bring our one knee down And maybe shift over a little bit. It's okay. Getting ready to do our gait on the other side. Extending the one leg out. Here, adjust this. Get the hips right over the leg. So the legs right down straight, and we got nice, good balance. Arms right up at shoulder height. Reaching out over the leg. Over the leg first. This way first. This way. Up, coming up. And we're opening up the gate, allowing all the gladiators and all the knights into the stadium as they prepare for their boot camp. And then we're going to...
stadium, it's the Cape.
The Cape?
The camp.
The camp.
The arena is towards the
I'm sorry. We're going to close the gate. Close the camp. Everybody should be inside, reaching this arm all the way up and over. And then arms coming back to center. Knees coming back to center. And however we want to get up from here, we can come to stand. Now that all our gladiators and our knights are in the camp ready for their training, we're going to start them on their very strict training regimen. They all have to come and line up. Oh, bring your block over. Leave it over here. We might use it. They're all lining up along the line at the front of the camp. Arms down at the sides, and they bring the one hand up, and they salute their commanding sergeant as they get ready to start. Well, that's when they get into battle. We're just in training camp.
Oh, we are?
We are just in training camp. I know, it seems like we've been working our way here a long time. We're going to take our leg closest to the camera, closest to the screen, and step right back with it. Other direction. Oops. Okay, that works. All right, and then the front leg that we have now, the knee's going to bend right over the ankle, and we're going to swing the arms forward right up. As we come up into warrior one, bring your back foot forward a little if you need to, so you can put the heel nice and flat. There you go. In all our warrior poses, we're going to start feeling our bodies warm up because we use all the muscles from fingertips down to toes.
Not to us.
Not our eyes? Yeah. Oh, we'll work our eyes. So, Brody requested we do all three warriors. This is number one. We're going to go a few warriors he doesn't know. We're going to do a humble warrior. The warriors have to bow down. They're going to bring their hands right behind their back. And then they're going to lower their chest right down onto the thigh. And lift the arms up off if they can.
I guessed it.
You guessed it. You guessed it right. And then they go from the bowing. They're going to release their hands. Swing them down and all the way back up. And then we're going to come into our warrior two, opening up. You can turn around if you want. Arms coming right out to the sides. We're still bending this knee right over, doesn't matter which one you do, right over the ankle. Arms right straight out, parallel with the floor. You kind of look like you're surfing, you're right. And this is our warrior two with the knee bend. And then we're going to do some reverse warrior. So the front hand, the one over our bent knee, comes right up towards the ceiling. The back hand comes down, which is your bent knee. They both look pretty straight.
This one, that one?
Okay. So that comes up and this comes down. Like that.
We're stretching our shoulders.
Stretch our shoulders a bit. Okay. And then we're going to come into extended side angle as we get ready for our other warrior poses. This one is the warriors.
Wait, it's the moonlight warrior.
Oh, this is the moonlight warrior. You want to have your hand all the way down here? You can. You can use your block there too if you want. On the inside of the foot. And then the moonlight warrior is going to come all the way back up to center. We're going to turn our hips back towards that short side. And we're going to bring our hands up. We're going to clasp the hands, point the index finger, bring them right up overhead. We're going to go into our warrior three here. So looking over our pointed toe, we're going to come up onto our back toes, stepping all our weight on our front foot as we reach arms right out in front of us, extending the leg behind us. And you can use the wall if it's close enough by. And then stepping back and bringing our feet forward. We did one. We did 2. We did 3.
Moonlight.
Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't make triangles so we could raise our flag.
Oh, wait.
So feet wide again. Feet nice and wide. We're going to turn those left toes out. Wait. You're getting ahead of me. I am commander.
Wait, you are? So we saluted to you.
You saluted to me. Isn't that funny? All right. Do we start with arms out? You think you know where we're going? No, you're right. You were right the first time. We're going to tip right over that front leg. Arms coming in. So we're making triangles in our body, but we're going to pretend this is our flagpole. The soldiers, all of the knights and the gladiators have raised the flag for their team.
No, it's falling down in the rainstorm.
And we'll come right back up. We're going to do all of those on the other leg to even out our bodies. But before we do, we're going to do goddess pose, because goddess pose looks like we're riding a horse. We've got nice wide legs. Almost. Our toes are out. Our heels are in. We're bringing the arms right up, overhead, shoulder width apart, and then bending knees and bending elbows at the same time. Sitting into that imaginary chair looking like we're riding a horse.
Video.
For our goddess pose. And then rising right up, we're going to come right up into star. Arms out, feet out, 5 points of the star.
On Patrick.
And then turning toward our toes, our right hand toes out, our left hand toes in. We're going to do our flagpole on the other side. Just one hand down, the other's up. Straighten that front knee, straighten that knee. Wave the flagpole. Careful.
That's better.
And then we're going to do our warrior 2 on this side. So bending the knee over the ankle. Switch the legs. You just did that side.
I just did.
Right now. There you go. There we go. Arms up, shoulder height. Reaching out, looking past that hand. And now we are in our warrior 2. Which knee's bent? This needs to be bent. Yep, there you go. And then reverse warrior. So the bent knee side comes up, back hand comes down. Yep. You know you're right because you're opposite of me. And then we're gonna come all the way up. And we're gonna do extended side angle. That's where we hit our hand all the way down on the block. Reaching the other hand up and over. Kind of like triangle, except we have bent knee this time. And then from here, we're gonna bring the top hand down, and we're gonna come to runner's lunge for a second. And then set that back foot flat, because we need to come into our humble warrior. So reaching those hands right up. We gotta do it on this side. We didn't do it on the other. We did that on the other side. Hands right up at our low back, resting the chest down on the thigh. And then swinging the arms down, lifting all the way up into our warrior 1. Are you ready for our warrior 3? That looks like we're flying.
It does?
Kinda. We're going to be flying arrow, bringing the hands together, pointing the fingers, straightening that front leg, coming up on the back toe, and then hinging forward into our warrior 3. Balancing on the foot. And then stepping back. And hopping the legs together. And then we have to do 2 more poses, or 3 more poses. We want to warm up our arms still before we're ready for the battle.
Yeah.
We'll stand here, we'll do our eagle arms to warm them up for our battle. Bringing our arms right out at shoulder height. Bringing the hands together in front of us, stacking our elbows. Lifting up the forearms, elbows stacked. One on top of each other, and then lift up the forearms, and just feel that stretch in the back of the shoulders. And then arms back out to the side. Do you remember which elbow you had down top? We're going to stack the other one on top.
Yeah, like that.
Stack them, lift up the forearms, feeling the opening in the back of the elbow. And then extending them back out, releasing them down. Brody's going to take a water break. Well, we all come to stand with our feet hips width apart. We're getting ready to do our squat or chair or awkward pose, whichever you want to call it. We're not getting our butt down that far, mister. You're going to use your muscles today. Okay. standing with our feet hips width apart. Sorry. We're standing with our hips width. Stand like I am. Start there. Are you standing like I am? Following directions.
In the mirror.
You can look at yourself in the mirror. We're going to inhale, bring our arms right up, shoulder width apart. As we exhale, we're going to sit back into that imaginary chair. Bend the knees, butt coming back. Only going as far as you can keep your balance. We're not squatting. Up and sit. Up and sit.
You said we're doing squats.
No, we're calling a chair. Inhale, rise up. Arms out to the side. Do you want to do tree?
I want to do squat first.
You want to do a squat? We did a squat. We started with the garland pose before.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Remember we had the wide legs and we walked them together? Yes.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Okay.
So our archer stand will be, our leg is the archery post.
Okay, so Brody is getting us ready for our gladiator battle. Our gladiator versus warrior battle. And in this battle, they need to have targets to shoot their arrows at. So we are
Boot camp.
in their boot camp, they need practice targets. So we're going to become the targets for the arrows to come at us. Bringing one of the legs in, tucking it right up in, avoiding pressing against the knee. Bringing the arms right up, straight up together, and we're going to become a target for them to practice at. I think they just missed me. All right, the other side. One leg down, bring the other leg up, tucking it right in our thigh. Bringing the arms right up overhead, nice and tall. Kind of looking like a scarecrow, but we're going to be a target. All right. Do you think we've got enough boot camp done so they're warmed up, they've got their poses, they know what to do?
I think so, but wait. We have to do them exiting the boot camp with the gate.
Oh, we have to go and open and close the gates. How can we do this? Do you think we can do a partner down dog to open and close the gates? So if you have a partner there, you can do this. You can just do your down dog. We're going to bring our hands together and walk our feet out and become the big wide open gate for everybody to walk out of. They're marching, 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 and then we can walk our feet back in and close the gate. Training camp is complete. The the knights and the gladiators are on their way to the battle.
Wait, I tell the story, you do the poses.
And then in our battle, Brody will tell us our story. And as he tells us the story of the battle, we have to join along with the poses of the battle. You get to do that with me too, right?
I'm just sitting down.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
my legs while you're talking.
I'm done talking if you're ready to lead us in the battle.
Just grab my knees, okay? So look my box out. Once upon a time, there was a great battle called the Battle of the Knights and the Gladiators. First, the commanders came on their horses. Next, the gladiators came marching behind. And next, the archers waited in their stands to fire. Next came the king of each land, walking in on his chariot. You start.
No, keep going.
Then the knights came in, all in their armor, and doing their war. And next came the gladiators in warrior one pose. Next came the knights in humble warrior pose, bowing down to their king. Wait, what's 3?
That's that one.
Next came the arrows flying at the gladiators. some missing, some hitting.
43 on the other side?
Yeah.
Ready?
The kings yell out commands. Who do you think will win?
The world will never know.
No.
Yeah. Wow. That's a pretty cool battle scene. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Shall we cool down a little bit?
Wait.
Wait.
You
Wait.
guys decide who wins.
You decide who wins. Gladiators or the knights. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we take a cool down minute?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to come at this end of our mats. I just need to push mine over a little so that way I can get on it. We're going to stand right up. Leave it right there. Leave it right there. We're going to do a cool down minute. And we'll do a little meditation at the end of our cool down minute. We'll inhale the arms right up, turning towards the walls. Exhaling, hands coming all the way down to the floor using our block as we need. We're going to roll up onto our toes, bringing our butt down. And then bringing our butt all the way to the mat so we can sit. And our warriors and our gladiators, as they ride home, they're going to hop in their boats. We're going to bring their feet up. Back up. Sit up on our toes. We're on our butt. We're balancing. Our hands can be here to support us. The knights are riding on their boats. The gladiators don't ride on boats, only the knights. My apologies for the error.
They're heading home for dinner.
And then we're going to tuck our knees all the way in, lift up through the middle of our chest. And then tucking the chin in towards the chest, rolling down the mat. We'll cross our ankles and do some knee circles just to release out our low back. And put your hands right on your kneecaps if you'd like. Just rolling them around. And then back to center. We're going to switch the ankles.
Rowing the boat.
They are rowing the, oh wait. We're rowing the boat now. It gets even better in a minute. And then we're going to do individual knee circles. And this is where they really get rowing the boat. Like those big oars.
Two oars that are like 10 feet.
Yes. Where they need 2 or 3 guys on each of them. And then switching directions. Rowing the other way. They forgot something. They have to go back to shore.
They forgot their kings. Yelling out commands.
Come and get me! Yes. And then the knees come back to center. And then the winning team puts their flag up really, really tall on top of the castle, so it must be the kings that win. Or could it be the gladiators that win at the castle?
Yeah, gladiators have leaders too.
Okay.
They have their training session people.
And then we're going to bring our knees in, bring our feet down. We're going to do some twisting here. So we're both this time going to bring our arms out either side of us. You can bring yours and bend this one and then straighten that one right out the side. We're going to twist that way first. We have to twist the same way. Otherwise, this arm stays down.
So twist off
Yep.
camera for me.
Your knees are probably off camera. We're just going to twist the legs over to one side.
Twist that off camera.
And then we'll bring the knees back up to center and twist them over the other side. And then the knees back to center. This time we're going to give them a squeeze, bring our forehead right up towards our knees, roll into that ball.
Able to do this.
We're a cannonball rolling down the hill.
No, we're a tumbleweed rolling down the hill.
And then we're going to release our feet down to the floor. Walking our feet out to the edges, our knees into center. We're just going to take a minute letting our back be nice and neutral here. We're going to do a meditation in a minute. If you'd like to, you can just stay here with the knees like this. Or if you're more comfortable, you can extend the legs along the mat. Whatever's comfortable for you. We want to get all our wiggles and giggles and all that out of our body. Just giving it all a good shake. And then coming to lay nice and flat on our mat. We just want to close our eyes. trying to have a very calm body. And as we close our eyes, we're going to start thinking about all the things that we like and that make us happy. With like ice cream, our dog, our mommies and daddies, maybe our brothers and sisters. Whatever the things are, they can be food or people or even places that make you happy. We're just going to think about them all. And these things that make us happy, they can always be here with us in our mind. When we think about them, we remember the good times. Remember that warm, happy feeling. Remembering the smell of that favorite food that Mom cooks or that we go out and get. Remembering how it feels to laugh so hard our belly hurts.
You can't breathe.
And just letting that happiness warm your whole body, spreading out right from the heart all the way through your torso, your chest, down the legs, down the arms, feeling nice and warm and happy. Remembering you can return to these happy memories anytime you want. Just closing the eyes and thinking about them, letting them calm your body and feel happier and more content, enjoying where you are. Slowly, like a light switch, turning those memories off, real slow, dimming them down until we realize where we are. We're in a room. We feel like we're laying on the floor. We can start wiggling fingers and wiggling toes. And roll over onto our right side. Pausing here for a minute as we wake up a little more. And then coming to sit up. You want to come to sit in a easy cross-legged pose. So at the end of yoga, we like to say a word. It's Sanskrit, which is a really old language that yoga was written in. The word itself is namaste. Namaste just means that you and I are the same. We're both humans. We acknowledge that we are the same people in the same place on the same planet. And that we're honoring each other where we are today. So we'll bring our hands right up into, it's called an Anjali Mudra, which really they look like praying hands. I'm going to bring them right up to our chest. We're going to bow our heads and say namaste to each other. Just saying that we are the same. We honor that each other is exactly who we are in the moment. Thank you everybody for joining us in our battle today. Have a great day. We hope to see you again soon.